Hey everyone, it's Jack and Adam from Cultaholic.com. Tom's on holiday. Fair play to him, I suppose.
Yeah, he's got a whole week off, so no, it's just a normal volume news video today.
Let's take a look at some calm headlines. First of all, a released AEW star has returned to wrestling. Next up, Jushin Thunder Liger unleashes Kishin Liger. And finally, everything announced for tonight's Monday Night Raw. So first of all, let's talk about one of the little mysteries that have happened in the short lifespan of AEW so far, because Kylie Ray seemed to be set up to be one of the fixtures of the women's division.
Oh, totally.
And then she just sort of disappeared. She was granted a release. There's a bit of a murky. No one really seems to know what's gone on there or why she asked for her release. But
it feels like such a weird headline to be rolling with. This in the infancy of AEW, a released AEW star's return to wrestling. It seems so weird, but yeah, nobody seems to know what happened there except for, I guess, Tony Khan and the people at the top of AEW and Kylie, and nothing has come out about this. There were rumours that she wasn't going to be returning to wrestling at all, that she was done with it.
Yeah.
So you know what, this is good news in that she's still
part of the wrestling business, yeah, of
right.
course. This news kind of broke because she was a last-minute replacement on a freelance wrestling show. Originally, the match was going to be Isaiah Velasquez, who I'm not actually familiar with, versus Shotzi Blackheart, who I am familiar with. I believe she was on the Evolve show on the WWE Network. I think she was part of a no DQ match.
Yeah. I recognise the name. Yeah, that's where I know from.
That was a good match, that actually. So that's a disappointment for Shotzi, but you know they had more than a worthy replacement, I guess, because just hours before the event, they did announce that instead Velasquez will be taking on Kylie Ray. So yeah, she's back wrestling again at the event Game of the Genders, which is in Game of Thrones font. I guess the theme must be intergender match. I mean, I'd guess anyway.
I'd assume so. I would assume so. It's really good to see her back.
It is.
I loved her character.
Yeah.
Really, really was enjoying her, and I think she was going to be a big star in the AEW women's division. Before Nyla won, I really did think that she was probably she was my favourite anyway to be the first AEW women's champion.
It's not a bad shot either, because she did seem alongside the likes of Nyla and Dr. Britt Baker to be one of like the showcase members of the women's division, and then yeah. So it is great to see her back amid rumours, of course, of like poor mental health and stuff. So it is great to see that she is still part of the wrestling business, and hopefully she can continue to do great things going forwards. Next up now, right, I'm not the man to talk about this, but Sam's off today, but he has pitched me this idea, I think weekly, since Liger announced that he was retiring. Sam has pitched me this idea, and even before Liger announced that he was retiring, Sam would tell me of the legend of Kishin Liger. So the recent Destruction in Kobe New Japan show, there was one of those kind of, I guess, undercard multi-man tag matches. I believe it was an 8-man tag match pitting Suzuki Gun against an assortment of baby faces: Jushin Thunder Liger, Rocky Romero, Tiger Mask, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. But there's been this little feud bubbling between Suzuki and Liger, leading up to rumours that it's going to all build to Suzuki retiring Liger. It's going to be he's going to be his last opponent and beat him, or at least one of his last opponents. And what happened in the match was very out of the ordinary indeed. It was something very rare that you said had happened to me 3 times.
Apparently, yeah. 1996, 2006, 2012 are the 3 times that Kishin Liger has made an appearance.
Unleashed. It's just so...
You know what? I thought this was cool as hell. I don't watch much New Japan at all, but when this happened, so in the match, he green mists the ref and Suzuki, and then he removes his mask and he's got all the murky face paint on, and then he pulls that down and he's painted up there as well, and then he goes out of the ring and grabs a pissing spike from like one of the turnbuckles or something, runs at him, fortunately doesn't impale Suzuki through the head. Suzuki does dodge, but it goes clean through one of those big thick Japanese tables.
It does.
It's cool as hell. It really was.
It's cool. It's really outlandish and strange to see, especially in New Japan when the booking's often a little bit more serious and conservative than it would be in Western wrestling that we're used to. But I think that just made it all the more effective, and the fact we so rarely see it. So this is Jushin Liger's alter ego, Kishin Liger, who has been unleashed upon the world. I don't know why.
Go and watch the clip, because my description of it absolutely didn't do it justice there. Go and watch it. It's on New Japan's official Twitter account. It was cool as hell.
You've included a little definition of Kishin here. You've been doing a bit of Googling. In manga, Kishin translates to people who become monstrous and eat innocent people's souls.
It's spooky, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
Bloody love wrestling.
Me too. It's ridiculous.
What are your thoughts on Suzuki being the one to retire Liger?
I'm fine with that, I think. I know that, sometimes you want a newer guy to retire an older guy. But I think in the case of Liger, it's quite fitting to have him put up against another well-experienced, not old-timer, because Suzuki they're both still really good, but, another experienced wrestler. I think it makes sense. Also, Liger's like the ultimate babyface, except for here, and Suzuki's like the ultimate heel. I think it works. Now, on to WWE and everything that's been announced for tonight's Raw. It's a pretty stacked one,
there's a lot going on. Yeah. This is the last of the current season of Raw, which I never quite understand, because it's the longest-running weekly episodic TV show ever, even though it's definitely not. I don't understand. I get why they do the seasons. Obviously, SmackDown is starting next week on Fox. So, new season, this is the last episode. Expect huge things.
It's a big one because one match announced for the premiere of the next season is a Universal title match pitting Seth Rollins against an opponent who will be determined tonight.
Yes.
There will be a fatal 5-way match between Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, the US champion AJ Styles, the IC champion Shinsuke Nakamura, and Robert Roode, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. Ziggler's been a bit shafted there, but that's okay.
He's busy with Goldberg.
Yes, he is.
Faking fights. Who have you got?
Oh, it's a tough one. I think, let's go through them. Styles has wrestled Rollins a lot of times. I don't think it'll be him, but it could be. Roode wrestled Rollins last week, so I don't think it'll be him.
But it could be.
Nakamura would be a cool one, but again,
SmackDown.
But it could be.
It's all getting shaken up anyway.
Ray.
I think it's between Ray and Ricochet.
Me too.
I think Ray, for the casual fans, maybe people who they're going to be tuning in for the first. Yeah, I don't know. It would be a great main event, that. Yeah, and casual fans would be into that. That said, Ricochet and Seth could do like amazing things. I think it'll be. I want it to be Ricochet, and I think that if he were to have like a really close, narrow defeat to Rollins, that could really help him. But I think my heart says Ricochet, my head says Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Also announced for the show, a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse. I don't like that they've announced that. It's a minor complaint, but the Firefly Funhouse should be something that takes over the show. I get you. At the same time, it's a draw, and I think more people will tune in just because they're interested. Yeah, I get what you mean, though. Yeah. Sasha versus Nikki. I assume that's Nikki Cross, not Nikki Bella. That's correct. Yeah, Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross in what I assume will be a kind of momentum-boosting win for Sasha, but it could be still a really good match. Yeah. And a rematch from the King of the Ring final between Baron Corbin and Chad Gable. I actually saw a tweet from Chad Gable. He seems in a bit of a vengeful mood. Does he? Go on. What? Just buying into the kayfabe. I've been doing some research, Gable said, I caught a few words with Gable. No. He said that last week I took your, he trashed his King of the Ring coronation and stuff. Yeah. Like, I took your celebration, I took your crown or something like that. And I think it was this week, I'll take your spirit or something like that. I was going to say, I'll take your life. No, it was fair. Similarly dramatic. This is going to be 50-50 booking, isn't it? This is Gable getting his win back. I hope it's not. I hope Corbin trashes him, and then it builds, because I think Gable is tremendous. Yeah, I absolutely love him. I don't want this to build to something. I'd like it if Corbin kept. Get one over on little Chad Gable, little shorty G. But I'm excited for that. I am actually. We should clarify that it's a rematch from the King of the Ring final, but Chad Gable does not become king should he defeat Baron Corbin here tonight. Yeah. That's fair enough. It looks like a pretty eventful Raw, actually. It's the last one of the season, of course, it's got to be. Until next week, same time, same place. And finally, congratulations to the Mizanin family who've celebrated the arrival of their second child. The first one was Monroe Sky, not the NXT band. Nope. That was very different. And their new baby is named Madison Jade. That's a lovely bit of news for the Miz and Maurice there. MJM. MJM. She's a born heel, similar to MJF. I bet he makes some kind of the rapper. No, Eminem. Morrison and Miz. Oh, for goodness sake, featuring the man himself. The Sweets. Maurice, the natural heel of the candy world, the M&Ms. Maurice took to Instagram to share the first photo of their child, and Madison has her own Instagram already. Yeah, she tagged her 6,000 followers already, so she's basically an influencer, and she's a day old. Well, fair enough, which is sick. So she'll be shilling bloody diet pills and what else? Charcoal toothpaste. What do you think that it's like being the Miz and Maurice's child? I don't know. She doesn't really have any sort of thoughts at the moment because she is such an infant. No. What do you think it would be like being Miz and Maurice's child?
they're cool parents.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. The cameras around though all the time. That would do my head in. If I was a one-day-old baby, I'd be getting oh, come on, just give me a break,
just want a bit of peace and quiet.
Just want to, just lay here and poo myself and cry and.
I think
it's like real life now.
I think that's really nice news. It's nice to end it on just an unequivocally happy story. Isn't
Absolutely.
It?
As you can see behind us right now, there's the baby's feet. The toes are attached in the traditional manner. I don't know what shoe size, but it doesn't matter because Madison won't be able to walk for around a year.
Yeah.
And so there you go, there's a bit of biology.
Estimates currently coming in about a year on the
There we go,
walking.
but we'll be reporting on that in a year's time, so there's something to look forward to there.
Congratulations to the Miz and Maurice, and congratulations also to Tom Campbell on his lovely holiday.
Yeah, have a good time, Tom. We'll see you back next week. Congratulations. Jack's outro. Here we go.
Yep.
Woo.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.